All right, Kaho, that's your cue.
I mean, now the magic is gone.
The magic is fucking gone.
Like you just wasted it. Fucking take two. Less funny than it would have been if Steven wasn't. Whatever. Anyway.
He don't got comedic timing. You gotta let him hold that. It's all good. Like you can't teach that.
It's
Some
like,
of us are Bernie Mac, and he's fucking. I really don't like Gary Owens, but yeah.
I have no idea who those are, but okay.
Of course you don't.
I want to be like Scott Travis,
Anyway, episode 3. We don't really have a format for this one. Steven's kind of tired. He's over here yawning. Jinsei got a new microphone. Punk ass flossing on everybody.
Crispy.
How do you do sound a little bit better, Jinsei? How do you like the quality compared to your old mic, by the way?
And you let the man feel. He got to finish the intro, dog. Like, what are you doing?
It's all good. Let's just roll with it. I don't even need an intro this time. I mean, we kind of already got one.
I'm just saying, I like it. It lights up. You got RGBs and shit like that. I'm gonna get a stand. I'm gonna get a fucking those fucking mirror light thing majigs. You see all the streamers and the TikTokers use, so you can see the light reflection in their eyeballs. I'm about to set up. I'm about to be real pretty on cameras.
Spending all them, but I mean, I'm about to move here next week, and I'm gonna have a room for recording. I'm gonna get some of that that soundboard shit put on the wall, make it so it's not like echoey and shit in your room. Yeah, I'm gonna get some of that.
Let me help you out. Go to McDonald's every day of the week for the next 4 weeks. Order 4 drinks, so they got to give you a cup carrier.
No, don't do
Put that on your wall. Put that on your wall.
No.
It's super cheaper.
Have you ever done that, Jinsei?
No, but they did it up in that one movie there with Terrence Howard, man. So man.
I ain't trying to have my room smell like McDonald's. No, thank you.
Why not? The fries be hitting.
Especially, want to hear a thing that...
Especially after they've been sitting for 2 days, because Steve don't know taste. But it's okay.
Yeah? Well, get this. This is going to be like a secret way of doing fries. This is what you got to do. Get your fries from McDonald's, then you go to Chick-fil-A and get the Chick-fil-A banger sauce, and then you go home and then you eat your Chick-fil-A sauce with your freaking McDonald's fries. Because oh no, In-N-Out fries taste horrible, but then you got the freaking In-N-Out burger, but then you have the fries, with the Chick-fil-A sauce. I don't want to hear.
You got that? Anyway. You got that? That just sounds like a bunch of driving and spending a bunch of money on a bunch of bullshit.
It's a bunch of bullshit. You ain't lying.
No, thank you.
But anyways, Kaho, before you do your whole sound room thing, I just want to give you advice. Don't get those things that the YouTubers do all the time when they give those black things. The black I can't think of it.
I don't like the way you said black.
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. the squares, the styrofoam, because when you glue them onto the wall, they stay there forever and just destroys the wall. Don't do that. Do actually get the boards across the rooms for the sound audio. That's just my word of advice to you, Kaho.
First of all, I've worked in construction, so even if I was to fuck the walls up, and this is something that I actually talked to the apartment complex manager about. Because I told him that I might be putting stuff up on the walls, and he's like, "Yeah, it's fine if you just replace if you put any holes in the shit, just cover it up with Paris of plaster or something. Make sure that you're using the studs in the walls in order to hang anything, and other than that, it's fine because it's just gonna need a coat of paint, and they repaint walls in pretty much every apartment, whether or not they're torn up or good or whatever. It's just standard practice." But I am gonna get some of those squares. Fuck you, Steven, because it's way cheaper to put up those sound. I don't even know what the hell they're called. Than it is to fucking put boards in a wall. This is an apartment, homie. I can't put up things like that. If this was a house, maybe, but it's an apartment. I can't do that shit.
Okay. So, continuing on, how about that banger of an episode of Jujutsu Kaisen episode 3?
Didn't watch it.
Moving on to Jinsei, how did you feel about this one?
So wait, what did you watch anything this week? Or was you too busy or what?
Um, too busy? No. Distracted? Yes.
Distracted with
Video games.
which ones?
Star Sonata 2, of course.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's because you don't play good games. You play Mario Kart.
Speaking of Mario Kart, you guys gotta check this out. Like, it is an awesome game if you guys have a Switch and you guys need to play augmented reality. And yeah, it's pretty much fire.
Don't got a Switch. Don't. Yeah, none of that.
I got a Switch, but I mean, if people were like looking to hire Steven to advertise their game to them so they could just not sell shit, you'd be the perfect person.
I mean,
I'm saying, like, if you can't tell me why I should buy the game, Steven.
Here's the thing. It is a little pricey. It comes with a $90 price tag. But here's the thing. You can create your own tracks in your living room, and it can go on the carpet with the whole thing. But get this. So you get your little car, right? It's like an RC car. When you're controlling it with your Switch device. And also, you can have a camera on the little remote control car. And it's a car, but you use the controller as the driving thing, and you can go around the house, but you're looking in the camera on your game, and it's just so immersive, and it's gonna be revolutionary. And it's just you need to go buy the thing right now, because they're going on Amazon for $150, even though everywhere in the retail shops are only selling them for $90. It's a pretty big deal.
So I got the perfect idea based off of this interaction right now. What we'll do is when they ask us for advertisements for shit, we're gonna let Steven go, right? And then we're just gonna cut the shit off in the middle and be like, now let us really explain why you need this.
You gotta make it comedic.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No. All right. So what you gotta do is you let him go and you cut it, and then someone steps in front of the projector on this in a a suit or something. Like, if you're looking to not sell video games, this is what you do. Let me show you how we really do it, and then you go from there.
Yeah. Go ahead, continue, Steven.
Honestly, I bought it because of the hype. The hype is all it's about these days. If it doesn't have hype, it's trash. For instance, remember that game, One Justice 2? No hype whatsoever. Now we got Mario Kart, which is everybody knows about Mario Kart, and they can just raise the price up a little bit. You get your own car, you can make your own custom tracks, you can race other people, and yeah, it's totally worth getting.
All right, what you said? One Justice 2? What is that?
Oh, sorry about that, Kaho. Basically, it's My Hero Academia, the latest game that got no hype whatsoever when it came out. I want to believe around March earlier this year.
And it's trash, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
It's a My Hero fighting game, Kyle.
The trash is what I'm asking.
That's what he said.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you for your opinion.
Oh, me? Is it trash?
Yeah.
No, it's not trash. I mean, it's like if I was gonna call it trash, I would say in the sense of if you were looking for some depth to your fighting game, maybe I call it trash. But they know who they're advertising the game to. It's not trash to those people. You want My Hero characters, you want to be in that Naruto style fighting arena bullshit, then that's what it is.
All right, so moving into the vein of what Steven just said, games that don't get hype or advertisement are trash, apparently. What is a game, Jinsei, that you think is just fucking amazing, but it got little to no press?
Oh, it's any Disgaea game from any Disgaea game, absolutely, because they have a niche following as is. They're not gonna have these commercials that's gonna play over and over again. There's not gonna be a train behind them. But those games to me, they carried me from the PS2 era on. Like it's legit probably the last game I really like played 300, 400 hours in.
God damn.
What was the last game you played? Didn't say as like you put a incredible amount of time into it.
An incredible amount of time, like
Like we're talking like 500 plus.
nah, nothing like that. I'm not like that. But this guy 5 on the PS4, like, because I was trying to do everything.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, anyway.
You know how some people like they achievement hunt and they
Yeah.
base off what game they're gonna play based off of like how easy it is to get those achievements and whatnot. And this guy, it requires like certain trophies require like 40 hours of dedication towards that one trophy. That shit don't matter to me. I'm playing the game. I'm playing the fuck out the game. That's just how it is. But what about you, Kaho? Like, what's something before you say Star Sonata? Like, what's something else that like grabbed you like that? Something that
Uh,
nobody, or general public is like, yeah, okay, that game's cool.
general public. See, the last game that I played, the last game that I put like over 100 hours into has to be. I think I've talked about it before, but it's what's the game? The one that the people who just did Baldur's Gate 3
Okay,
did
Divinity
before that.
Original Sin 2.
Yeah, Divinity. It was that one, but and that one did not that one did not have any hype whatsoever. It gained traction and it became like good in the eyes of the players, so it got critical acclaim afterwards. But until I had like run across it, I'd never even heard of the company that made the damn game. Never even heard of the game itself or its predecessor. Like it had just it is not on my radar whatsoever. So when I picked it up, I was just bored as fuck one day, and I was like, oh okay, tactical game. I like tactical games. This might be fun for a little bit, something to keep me entertained. It was on sale too, so whatever. I bought that shit, and let me see. I got Steam open right now. How many hours do I have into fucking Divinity Original Sin 2? I have 625.9 hours into this game. Now, to be fair,
Yeah, how many times you fall asleep and leave that shit
yeah,
on?
yeah. To be fair, I've left it on like while going to work, while just like overnight, or just all kinds of shit. So if I had to say how much time I've actually played it, maybe 300 ish hours, and it's been out since 2017, so it
That's
just
not
gives you a
bad.
lot of time to play it. But yeah, it's the last one that I play, and like I don't like to play modded either. So if I was into that shit, I would probably play it a lot more because people make a ton of mods for Steam games, especially ones like this one. And dare I ask, Steven?
Well, it's not necessarily like a niche game, but I have been playing Animal Crossing like religiously lately, and I'm probably logged in about 400 hours. And the reason that captivates me about Animal Crossing and the fact that you get to decorate your whole island, because you have like a small island that you get to like control. You can put like stuff on the beaches. You can do like so much creativity with the new Animal Crossing game that came out earlier this year, and I just kind of fell in love with it because you could go fishing and you could just do a lot of stuff. It's not necessarily something that you would want to stream, but it's like for just doing chore. If you like video games that have chores, this is definitely something awesome, and I just really love Animal Crossing.
What's the company that made Animal Crossing? Do you know?
I do. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Nintendo is behind the majority of it.
Hmm. I don't think Nintendo is offering you a job, so you ain't got to sell it that hard.
You got a point there. Anyway, Animal Crossing is pretty fun right now. It is. I will be honest. I hate.
But wait, I gotta interrupt you because the qualifier was a game that had zero hype, and you said
Yeah, that's
Animal Crossing.
niche.
So
He said it's
yeah,
not
so
really
like
niche. It's actually like one of those games that is talked about 7 years before it comes out. Like what? You just skipped all the qualifiers.
Yeah, that's the closest you're probably gonna get from me.
So you're saying that you only play games that have like hype and like big budget advertising.
I actually played RuneScape a while back.
I guess an old ass game has a ton of advertising. Did, did you not hear what I just asked you?
He didn't comprehend.
a little bit, I comprehend it.
Nah, he understood. He just has nothing for you. And instead of saying, "Hey, I got nothing for you," he's like, "Hey, let me spin some shit real quick. Let me tell you about this."
And Kaho, I'm out. I'm all out.
Cool.
What do you say? What do you say? You say what?
He said, "I'm all out."
Okay, there. Anyway, backtracking to Jujutsu Kaisen, Jinsei, what do you think about the new character? Spoiler alert. What do you guys think about the new?
Oh fuck! If you don't spoil it, let me take my headset off.
What do you think about the new character in episode 3? The chick looks pretty hot, in my own opinion. That's just me.
Don't spoil the shit. Like you can generalize, but don't spoil the shit. Come on.
All right, I won't. Furthermore, what is your whole intake on the whole direction of Jujutsu Kaisen and the new character that we were introduced to today, and the whole like the Jujutsu Tech school that now that they're attending?
A 3 spoiler episode. Just before he asks the question again, with like a little tiny bit changed, so that it. Never mind. Just answer the question, please.
Just answer it. You want me to answer? You want him to ask it again?
Right. So I'm gonna take my headset off, and you whistle when you're done.
Hey, no. Check it out. Kaho, don't do that. Stop it. You still here? You still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. So look, this all I'm gonna say is they just added another person to the team, which brings in the third dynamic, which you can't just do that whole the back and forth between the two because the teacher. So they got these squad 7 essentially, some Naruto shit. They got these squad 7. So there's another big personality up in there, and I can see exactly why. Because while I was watching this shit, I was thinking about it. Why Steven would be so excited about it.
She's so hot.
Like he's like, oh my god, the way she bullies the main character. That's how I like it. So yeah, that's that. If you got any idea of how Steven is, you know why he likes this new character. Other than that, I guess that's a way of spoiling it without spoiling it.
I mean, to be fair, like the whole shonen trope is there to Jujutsu Kaisen, which I'm pretty much sold on anything shonen. But hey, that's just me.
Wait, didn't like last episode you said that you didn't like shonen?
And it comes and goes.
Or you were disparaging it or something.
Well,
he don't know what he feel. He just know that in the moment he gonna say some words. That's all he know.
Sometimes I like shonen, sometimes I don't.
Live to win. Man, you're all over the place. You know that?
I am a Gemini after all.
Okay, I don't believe in that bullshit, but we'll go with it. All right, so what's next? What other anime do you want to spoil but not spoil?
All right, since I know you have not watched too many animes this week, I hope because you have a life more than me and Jinsei over here. But anyway,
Nigga, what?
Chill. The man just said he was playing video games.
I was playing video games. I was literally occupied with things moving around on my screen.
All right, but anyways, Jinsei, how do you feel about the latest episode of Crusade, the Crusade anime? Because I gotta say, I'm not gonna, without spoiling too much, this third episode of the anime was a little bit better, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of getting bored with the whole anime myself. But I feel like they are barely starting to get the things rolling. But I feel like the whole concept is just for the main romance of the female and the male character. That's just my own opinion. What do you have to say about it, Jinsei?
It's just it's not really about that. It's really about idealism and like pursuing your perfect world or whatever it may be. They both just have the same idea. They're going about it different ways, but they did the whole your enemy is my enemy thing this week, Kaho.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a nice development, but the pacing is a little off. Other than that, I'm still gonna stick with it for like 4 more episodes before I'm like, all right, this shit whack. Because that whole in your face with the love thing, I mean, you can't get at me with the first episode and then like go from there and be like, oh, okay. Hey,
Yeah,
by
I
the way,
predicted it. I called that shit, didn't I? I called that shit.
yeah,
Yeah, you did.
So, which actually is kind of surprising that Steven has something negative to say about it.
yeah, because he should be relating, like, oh my god, look at this
Yeah, he's like,
powerful woman.
I
it's
mean,
some love.
I mean, Alice may be the next 02. You never know. But we'll just have to wait and find out.
Like, I get what you're going for, but it's just really not there. That comparison is not there.
I'm hoping.
He was trying.
Maybe try a little harder. Anyway.
Or not.
Anyways, Jinsei, what did you think about the whole like enemy that occurred during the third episode without spoiling too much about it?
I mean, it was teased in the second episode that it was going to happen. I just didn't think it was going to happen this soon.
Yeah, I thought they would drag it out a little bit, but you know what? I thought it was a pretty solid episode. I really have to admit though, I'm kind of struggling with actually liking it. Like, I want to like this anime just because they have Alice, and like, who can go wrong with Alice? But it's like, I'm still like 50% on if I like it or not. I can't really decide right now.
Not like you struggled with the word struggle just now.
He struggles with a lot. You got to leave him alone.
Struggling. What? No, we gotta make what this is the funny part of the show.
Nah, you're right.
I like to struggle in a way, but that's my own opinion.
Whoa, kinky.
No.
I say that for that last segment you was talking
This
about.
is only episode 3, man. You gotta calm down.
No. Let him get his shit off. You gotta get his shit off.
I was at least not when we're talking about anime. Don't scare people away.
This is an anime to life moment. As many of you guys are aware, for those who are into anime, we learn a lot about anime, and you can learn about struggles in anime that can apply your struggles in real life and how to better yourself to become less of a struggling person in real life.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your need and your want to be choked during sex.
Oh, okay. No! Oh my gosh, that's for another time, my guy.
Did you seriously just like go off on? No, not that. But like the whole like, all you gotta do is believe it, guys. Did you seriously just do that?
No, it's not.
Like unironically, just like you just gotta believe.
It's not about believing. It's about getting stuff done.
Okay. But do you listen to what you said? Did you listen to what you just said?
That was his ninja way. He said it. That's his ninja way.
Okay. All right. Just throw on beat so I can know not to make fun of you for it. Whenever you're gonna say some shit like that, just say believe it right at the end, so that I can know. Just leave it alone.
I'll try to remember that. All right. Okay. Anyway, that's basically our sides of what we think about the Crusade anime. It is the palette, the coloring palette, and the animation is kind of nice. I will have to admit, Jensei and Kaho, from what you have seen of the anime, what are you guys liking about it?
I think it's very standard. The Crusade one. You're talking about the one with the
one that we were just talking about.
Yeah, I mean I don't see anything out of the normal from it. Like it's not like the animation or the animation was good in the first episode, so I guess I can't really say that. But like it just looks like your standard cell shaded anime. Like there's nothing. Like it's not Kill la Kill or anything. It doesn't really stand out that much.
You do have to watch the next episode or the most recent episode, Kaho, because there's like a tidbit I would have loved to discuss, but it's like spoiler filled. Like, and even I don't really know what it is, but it's just like it threw the enemy off. It threw me off when it happened, but I can't discuss it. So we'll save it for next week because you'll catch up eventually.
Is there bikini armor?
Nope.
All right, well, whatever.
Oh wait.
Wasn't there? It could have been.
She is kind of naked, but yeah.
All right, I'm watching it right after the show then.
All right, Jensei. Continuing on, what did you think about the new Akamina Drive episode 3? I literally just watched it before this our podcast episode 3, and I gotta say, like, I was sold from the first 2 episodes, but like, I don't know on how they did it, but episode 3 captivated me more so than the other 2.
How do you feel about the aspect of the whole unexpected character being wrapped into like some crazy ass world? It's giving me the
Black Lagoon feel.
no, because I didn't watch that shit. What's old boy's name up in ReZero?
So Subaru.
Yeah, like legitimately, he went to this other world, but he doesn't have any powers or anything. Not really. He's not powerful. So, like, so we got the main character chick who's just like there by accident,
She
by
doesn't really want to
coincidence.
be there, but you know what? I don't mean to cut
Yeah,
you off.
fuck what you were saying. It's Steven time.
Go
Don't
ahead,
mean
Steven. You it off.
Don't mean to cut you off, Jinsei. But anyways, continuing on, I gotta say, I have a
I
theory
mean to
here.
cut you off. Let me continue to cut you off. Go ahead. Yeah.
Like I feel like she's gonna become the guider, even though she made like kind of like the main character right now. I feel like she's gonna like become better than all the other Akudama, and like that's like she's gonna understand on how the world works, and that's kind of like my theory. But anyways, back to you, Jinsei.
I mean, maybe I forgot what I was talking about because being interrupted and shit. But yeah, so I mean, other than that, again, we can't go into too much detail because I am not affected by spoilers because I like to see everything unfold for my own eyes, and because if I'm letting Steven spoil it for me, I gotta go watch it anyway because I don't trust what he sees anyway. So
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
You got a point. You do got a point.
right.
But
How many times has he mentioned some shit about anime and it was like, what, bro? They told you what happened. Like, you're not even watching.
I just can't help myself.
I mean, yeah, all right, fair enough. If it was him, like, just talking about the shit by himself, then yeah. But if he's having a discussion with you, then I know you are actually, like, lucid while you're watching these these anime shows. So, like, there's gonna be something from you. Like, even if you're like, what? That didn't happen. Here's what actually happened. Then I have to worry about spoilers. Like,
Yeah.
legitimate spoilers.
That's why I'm leaving it alone. But it was a good episode, Kaho. Like, there's nothing that happens this week that makes you deterred from any of the animes that have come out. But I am still totally lacking on fucking the high school joint. Like, I keep forgetting about it.
What? How do you? Okay, fair enough.
Are you talking about talentless Nana?
No, what? No, he's talking about like Magic High School.
They're regular at Magic High School. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished the first season. I'm sorry, Kaho.
You gotta be sorry to me just because you got garbage taste in anime school.
Honestly, I like the character designs in the Magic one because I have seen that one.
You have a little sister fetish. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
anyways.
Oh yeah.
Moving on.
Oni-chan.
No comment. I have no comment.
It's very prominent, so like I don't know why you're not watching it right now.
Well, speaking of that, the reasoning why I haven't been watching the Magic anime is because I've been heavily invested and I've been trying to watch like every time I'm not watching anime, and when I'm not working, I am definitely reading up on Solo Leveling and this like manga that's really hype. And I know you're not a manga reader, Kaho. I know my boy Jinsei is kind of lightweight manga oriented. And I gotta say, Solo Leveling.
It's not a manga though.
Lightweight.
Okay, webtoon, but it's becoming a manga beginning of next year, so I feel like I have the right to actually call it a manga.
Okay, you got it right. That's privilege. Go ahead.
I got the right to call up down.
but anyways, like Kaho, I know you're not really sold on it, but what are some things that you would really need to have to read a manga? Like, what were some criteria that you would need to be really good for you to
animation for one, voicing, proper translation. Holy shit, I've seen, like, I don't read manga, but I've seen like the manga that I have been exposed to, terrible fucking translation, terrible. Um, what else? Color. I'm not a big fan of black and white. I know not all of them are black and white, but I'm not a big fan of like black and white unless I'm drawing it because I can draw, but I'm not a big fan of coloring. Um, I don't know. It's more it's more visually appealing. Oh, we're pulling a Steven. It's more, to me when the characters have more than a still image in them. Even something as simple as looking from one direction to another. It's much more satisfying to my lizard brain than you know looking at one still shot and then looking at another and everything is completely changed. Like you miss all of the fluidity, you miss all of the movement. Yeah, you can draw, you can imply movement, you can imply speed, you can imply all of that shit by adding like blur effects or movement lines or that weird thing that anime tends to do where like the background is like flashing black lines towards you or they, at least they want that to appear that way like that. I don't know. Just as somebody who draws, when I see that, it doesn't feel like movement to me. So maybe that's because like the whole artist thing on my part. I don't get anything from managa. I don't get it.
Okay, Kaho. What if I told you the answer to all your questions that you just stated are
No
all
question. I didn't
true?
ask any questions for the record. I didn't ask any questions.
Okay,
But go ahead.
what if I just like the everything that you just mentioned? That's what I should have gone with. My brain just wasn't working at the right time. Well, what if I just tell you right now that everything you just wanted, everything in the manga came true because it's got coloring, it's got action, it's got despair. Like anything with despair is awesome. And honestly, Kaho, you definitely should read it because it's all in full color, and that's what really sold me on this particular manga because it's kind of like a manga, but it's webtoon right now. But like I said earlier, it's officially finally licensed into a manga book, so we are definitely getting a physical copy in the beginning of next year, which I already pre-ordered, by the way. But anyways, it just has so much going for it, even though it's actually the solo leveling is based in Korea, not actually based in Japan. So I kind of like that as well. It's kind of like a different story. And honestly, Kaho, I feel like you would like this particular manga because it deals with like a lot of MMORPG style of gameplay, and it kind of puts like the elements of like World of Warcraft, like D&D, and everything like that all wrapped up into one giant manga.
Pretty sure they're gonna be green light for a fucking anime. Kaho, just wait for the shit like you're going to.
Yeah,
Um,
I intend to.
hey, how does man? How does man? Check it out. How does man pre-order some shit, but it took him 4 weeks to get you $20.
About that,
And he split it
It
up,
legit
and
took
then
an
he
entire
split.
month on the Kaho payment plan. But aside from that, did I like and maybe I'm high or something. I am in Colorado. I don't think I smoke, but maybe I'm high. Did I say anything about hope or despair
oh, I
when I
kind
was
of added that
mentioning
in there.
what I dislike about manga? Like you said, it's
That's
got everything that you want. It's got color. It's got hope and despair. Like what about it's got action? What
It
about the shit that I
is
actually said though?
all about action.
Okay, is it animated?
Yes, lightweight. It's colored pages, so it does feel like an anime. You're watching, reading. So like, it
No,
does.
no, no, no,
it's
no, no,
not
no, no,
animated.
no, 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 no. That's not what animated means, fool.
No, it's not animated, but it does have really nice artwork, and that when you're reading it, it does feel like you're watching an anime. But here's the thing, though. Another thing that I'm gonna make you get sold on reading this manga is the translation is on point because the author is not only in Korea, it's officially translated in English because it's based off a webtoon, which is all in English anyway. So you're getting the best of all worlds.
So you're telling me that the person who's doing the translation, or rather the artist, since I don't know why you mentioned him, but you did. So you're telling me that the artist's main language or first language is English.
the first language is Korea, where they have official translators that work as a team on solo leveling.
Korean.
Nah, his language is all of Korea.
His language is the country of Korea. Got you.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
he got all that, all of those
All
languages.
right. Cool. All right. Let me. Well, I will just say that. No. Let's move on.
All right, so continuing on, let's jump into some uh, questionnaires for you guys. I've been kind of thinking about this for.
Nah, chill. Because you skipped over No Bleeds and you said you watched it.
I lightweight watched it. I
Okay,
gotta
you didn't
say,
watch it anyway. So look, check it out. Kaho, they picking it up.
Really?
Picking it up. Yeah, they picking it up. Now, the main character, the dude, the main guy, or whatever. You got it from the first episode and the second episode, but he just kind of seems like he's just that dude, you know what I mean? Like he the HNIC, you know what I mean? Like that's him. This dude get caught crossfire and like he don't even flinch, like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like, So like this last episode ended on a note that it's gonna lead to the next episode. So if you're gonna wait to watch both back to back, fine. But they picking it up. They are. It's still the wackest webtoon that's been animated though. Like I just thought the drawing style is just I don't know.
Too pretty for you?
I don't even know.
Vampire.
Because I'm like I'm comfortable in my sexuality, but I'm not attracted to any of these men. Like none of these dudes make me wet. You know what I mean? Like they make Steven wet.
yeah, a little bit. I want to actually, sorry to cut you off, just say, I gotta say, like I spoke my piece on this anime, but like yesterday, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give Noblis a try again. After hearing your guys' own words, what you had to say, and they're not half bad. Like maybe it could be like my next Free. You know what I mean?
Did you actually like Free?
I honestly, I liked Free. The thing that really got me hooked about Free was the opening. I don't know what it is about openings. Like I mentioned this already, I do believe. Like the opening got me hooked on Free, and yes, I have.
Man, the only thing that ever gets me hooked on an opening is the fucking music.
True that.
Like I was not a big Naruto fan, but there's like some tight ass songs though.
They're like goated when it comes to opening. It's like, but I like there's like a season of My Hero that's like I watch that shit every time during that season. Like the opening, I had to watch it. I never skipped
it. You just watched. Oh, okay, yeah. I feel you. I don't remember which one it was, but there was one season for My Hero that I just watched it, and I normally don't watch intros because, or at least until at least the middle of a season, because they tend to contain like context clues, which can be spoilery. But yeah, there was one where it's just like I turned it on and then I went to do something else and the shit was still playing in the background and I come back like, whoo! Let me run this shit back real quick.
I think we're probably talking about the same one. We got the
probably. Like it was just a fucking banger, dog. Yeah, I want to listen to it right now.
Listen to it right now, man.
Listen to it right now.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Steven. Go ahead, carry on. You say you about to do something else. You about to experiment. You about to experiment.
Talk some bullshit.
Before I move on from My Hero Academia, I want you guys' favorite characters right now. Who is your favorite besides Deku, because he is the main protagonist? Who is your favorite?
Nobody's favorite. He's nobody's main favorite character. So stop it. First of all,
I fuck with Deku heavy. Shut up, Kaho.
He's nobody's favorite. I mean, that must mean that you nobody, nigga. Like he said, favorite main character.
Who is your favorite character from the show?
See, he's my favorite, but I also don't really know his name like that. I can't think about it right now. But it's the bird, the young one, the one that's in school.
No, the one that has like the shadow.
Yeah, him. One with the shadow. He's the one with the most potential out of all the other classmates, I think, outside of Shoto as well. Was like, oh damn, his powers is like legit. Like this motherfucker, he could probably do something with this shit.
His name is he's like Tokoyami. That's his name.
Yeah. What about Minta?
What? No. fucking comic relief. I mean, I like him because he's pervy, but he ain't like strong or anything, or at least he don't seem to be strong. My favorite character, it has to be, shit, what's that character's name? Lemillion. I like Lemillion.
He's pretty dope, especially in season 4 when Daiko Million had to save it. Erie, what's her name? Erie?
Yeah, I don't care about that. I just liked how he whooped everybody's ass in the first episode that he popped on the screen. He just completely decimated the entire class by himself. Popped out the floor naked, power! Like just fucked everybody up. That was dope. Yeah, that was my shit.
Okay.
It's Odd Future, Kyle. Is that the one you're talking about? Because that shit gives me the goosies. God damn, I got goosebumps all over, my man.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of goosebumps, oh my gosh, Black Clover episode 80 brings me back.
Yeah. Pass.
Episode 80?
On Jinsei, remember when our boy Magma got taken down and everybody came rushing to save him?
Magma was not the one who got taken down. See, you don't know what you be talking about.
Was it
Language, yeah.
It was Cloud Strife who got taken down.
I was close. It's been a minute, but man.
Anyway. I don't even think it was episode 80. I have to look. Because I'm going to have to fact check you because you don't know what the fuck
I'm pretty sure it was episode 80. If I remember vaguely being episode 80. You can spot check me.
I'm pretty sure I remember vaguely that it was episode 80.
I'm pretty 100. I'll take this to my grave. I'm pretty sure it's episode 80.
All right, so if he looks it up, it means that and it turns out that you're wrong. Does he get to kill you?
No, I'll just give him a high five.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, I got some questions for you guys if you guys are ready for that.
Hypothetical time with Steven.
That should be our new segment. Always.
That was the intro to it right there. Go.
Awesome job, Kaho. So, if you were to be president with a state of mind as a modern day citizen in America, dealing with COVID and everything that comes with our modern day society, what would you guys handle things like? We're not talking about like, if you're rich or whatnot. No, we're actually saying if you were president, like what would you guys do to improve on everything with like not so much of a detail, but like, do your best.
God damn, you just throw a question that's gonna divide the shit out of people, huh? It's like I thought you talked to him about this, Jinsei.
I did, but I guess he don't understand, which I should be surprised, but whatever.
Jesus Christ, this is a very divisive topic. It's just not. It's not something that plays well. I mean, like you already asked the question. Now people, if we don't like actually go into it, people will be like, a bunch of pussies won't even answer the question.
I mean, yeah, I'm light skinned. I'll be pussy. I don't give a fuck. Because I'll take your pussy. Fuck. What I'm saying
in the future, let's stay away from these types of questions, at least for a while.
All right. So,
but what would I do? I'd invest money into research and development of making sure that, research and development for a vaccine, obviously, and then I would supplement the people who've lost their jobs. It's been like 7 fucking months since this COVID shit started, right? And there's only been one $1,200 check that's gone out to people. It's like, all right, here you go. You lose your job. Essential workers only. Here's $1,200 to last you for 7 fucking months. Like, that's ridiculous. And yeah, like it would definitely cost the country. There would definitely be some debt. But I think the most important thing when it comes to this specific type of situation is making sure that your citizens can support not only themselves but their families, significant others, parents who are too old to work, whatever, people who are the most vulnerable right now. children, especially children and older people. They're just at such a huge like risk for this type of thing. And it really doesn't matter which side you're on right now. People just aren't getting what they need in order to survive. Like you're not so, the like the World Health Organization says, and for a very good reason, you shouldn't have a lot of contact between people when there's a fucking pandemic going on, which is like the worst that you can get when it comes to words that end with imic. It's the worst. So you shouldn't have a ton of contact. So yeah, it's gonna cost a lot of money, but you need to take care of your folks. You need to take care of your people because without people, you don't have a country.
I feel ya.
What's your answer, Steven? Because I believe it's going to be drastically different from Kaho's.
I would pour money uh, into a vaccine, and they probably get this vaccine. You know how like the government is keeping the vaccine from the public right now. I would say as long as it's like 80% contained, go ahead. If you like, if you want to get tested for the virus, go for it. But this is basically on you. You would have to like sign a waiver if you want to get tested early for it. And yeah, maybe that can solve the corona pandemic that we have been going on. And also, I wanted to say like I would also put more money into the fire breakouts that we've been having lately, and maybe that would help out with everything that's going on. But yeah, I would definitely pull up the virus from whatever we had going on right now and just try to get it out to the public as fast as possible.
Outbreak. Fire outbreaks.
Oh.
But did you seriously just like conspiracy theory? There's a vaccine. It's just the government has. Did you just do that?
He did.
The fuck? Like I mean, hold on. Like I know that you like lean toward like your predilections lean in the opposite direction of mine when it comes to that. But you realize by saying that you're damning the party that you root for, right? Because the party that you root for is in power. The party that you root for is the government. Anyway, Jinsei, what's your answer?
You know, I don't think it would be any different from yours, to be honest. But this is the idea that I would be in the position to have the absolute power to do these things.
Well, you just said if you're the president, so you still have to go through like the Senate and Congress in order to get shit
right.
done.
So I mean, like shit can be blocked just because of like financials and whatnot. So I'm just saying, like, but if we like, let's say in Steven's hypothetical, he's saying that you purely have the power to just do some shit. What would you do? Then okay, but yeah, I mean, you would have to assemble a team in order to go about this shit the correct way, and just have the understanding that the correct way isn't gonna make everybody happy. But shit, if you want to have a fucking haunted house with some actors to being able to scare you, then you need to get this shit out the way because the shit that I just went to recently was whack as fuck, Kyle. But it was fun.
Yeah. There's too much right now that's been put on the back burner, and a lot of that too much is just people's lives. Like people are afraid to go outside because they know that if they do, like they go to the store, like instead of going to the grocery store. And I know that's like a weak version of a family outing, but that shit means a lot to some people. Just being able to go somewhere with your family. It don't really matter where the fuck it is, but like you can't even do that now because like people have parents at home who are at risk. Parents who have compromised immune systems. The last thing that they want to do is go on like some brief family outing in order to recapture the magic of being able to hang out with their family outside of their home and then come back and accidentally, sentence grandma to death because while their immune system is strong enough to help them survive a run in with COVID or Corona or whatever, the elderly don't really have that luxury. They don't have that health or that vitality anymore. So you have people that are cooped up inside. You have, people they're always talking about like, oh, depression skyrocketing. It's skyrocketing because a lot of shit was known beforehand and nothing was done about it. Um, and you can try and put that blame wherever you want to, but like over the past 3 quarters of a year right now, there's been one specific party that's been in power, one specific party that's held the majority in Congress, and there's just in to me, like, yeah, they're like partisan politics do play a part of it for sure. There's definitely some of that in there, but when you're talking about the leadership of the country, like the majority of the power making decisions lays on one side of the aisle, and that side of the aisle has chosen not to go ahead with these things which would improve the lives of a lot of people. And you can even divorce a lot of these things from partisan uh, decision making. Like, one of the reasons why the most recent bill got shot down, which would have sent out another relief check to the citizens of this country, was because there were some provisions in it that one side or the other didn't like. And it's like, you don't need to make bills with those extra provisions, and you could just make a clean bill that just gives money to the people who need it the most. Like, you could do that, but nobody's doing that. Both sides are gridlocked, and neither side is willing to back down. And like, I understand, like, it's towards the end. It's toward the end of the current president's term, so the people on the left, I can't even say left, the Democrats don't want to give that they don't want to give that credence to the current president, because if that check goes out and people finally get that relief, they can finally let some of the pressure out of that balloon just a little bit. They're going to see the president's name on that check, and they're going to be like, okay, well then let's attribute some of the like the proper accolades to him. And the Democrats, or the people at the head of the Democratic Party, don't want that. Whereas on the right, it's just like you have the aspect of like, oh well, we're gonna give this out once I win again. Like, Trump literally said that, after I win a second term, we're gonna get this out. So it's like, so obviously he's playing the game as well. So nobody who has a hand in the decision making process of this has clean hands. Both of them are wrong. Both sides are wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's been apparent for a while that both sides are like looking at this shit the wrong way. But
It's a game.
they doing it. Yeah, they're playing the game. So like you like if you're into the politics shit, like you have an understanding.
they're treating people's lives like a game, and it's fucked up. It's so fucked up.
What is the way? Because like a lot of people like weary about the whole shit. So let's say you get another one. Let's say they provided a check for you for every month that this shit been going on. How are we
Universal basic
supposed to?
income.
Huh?
Universal basic income is what you're talking about. If they were to provide a check every month, that'd be UBI, universal basic income.
I was gonna ask, was like, how are we supposed to pay it back? You know, like the first one came out and people were like, "Oh shit, they're gonna take this away from my taxes," and you know what I mean, like that.
It all goes towards the debt that we already have. Um, does that put us deeper in the hole as a country? Yes, it does. Um, but you know what? It's better to be deeper in that hole than to have, what was it? I think between the last two presidential debates, like almost 20,000 people died of corona. Like, that's not even that far apart. Like as opposed to having people suffering, you know, fucking dying. Like there's no way around it. As opposed to having people dying, you put that money for it, you pay for it, and then you deal with the ramifications later. What's important is right now. Like, yeah, I understand. Like there is looking forward, and that is important. Don't get me wrong. But when you're dealing with a person's mortality, when you're dealing with the idea that somebody's mom or dad, brother, sister, whatever, will never be here again, it's a little bit more important. Not even a little bit. Like I'm not even gonna try and like be moderate on it. It's way more fucking important that people aren't losing their loved ones every single day than it is to make sure that we don't have to pay back some more money. Because like the richest country in the world. I know a lot of people say it, but it's true. Richest country in the world. We have a lot of ways to make money, but we can't make money when everyone is shut inside and hurting and suffering.
On a side note, what do you guys think about like inflation, like with the whole stimulus check thing?
Inflation is it's just a fact of life. You can't get around it. In the type of economical system that the United States runs, which is like heavily capitalist, inflation is going to happen no matter what. I think it's like the average is 3% increase annually, so every single year. If that has to jump up to 9% or whatever for 2 years, then yeah, it's like we spent extra money for a couple of extra years over the 2 years. However, it helped us to prevent a lot of deaths, a lot of sickness in the process. Like, there's nothing that you can do to stop inflation. It's anyone who is taking economics 101 will tell you that it's impossible to stop it. You have to deal with it properly. It's like the argument that inflation is the reason why we should let people die is fucking ridiculous.
Wait, did Steven say that or no? Or was that just a general statement?
He asked how we should deal with inflation that would come with divvying out more stimulus checks.
But he asked, how do you feel about inflation?
No, it's what Kaho said.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got one more question. If you guys are up for it, it's not about becoming the president or whatnot. Now, this is something that probably will never happen in our lifetime, but maybe like a tiny bit of chance might happen. So, if you can pick a post-apocalyptic world, like say you get to decide like if the zombies is it gonna be like a nuclear war, and they're gonna be like sick disease, like what kind of a post-apocalyptic world would you personally want to be in?
The one
Want
where I'm black.
Wait, want to be in? I hope you mean
like not want to be like create and where you like where you would go like say I have no choice but I'm gonna be in this post-apocalyptic world. I get one option. Where would I want to be in? Like you have no saying of coming out of it. There's a post-apocalyptic world that is coming, and that's basically what you're gonna be in.
hmm,
If I said the right way of saying things.
It would be
I
a,
understand.
it would be a Fallout type world for sure. One where I wake up in a vault with some power armor.
Do you wake up with power armor in Fallout? I mean, that's a relevant question. I'm just curious because I've never played Fallout.
You know, I think like in some of the games, like there's, I think one of the earlier ones, like it was all about the power armor. The fourth one, the one that like everybody plays, tried to play, or played a whole bunch of. I think it took like 3 hours to get a set of power armor.
Hmm. That one was like basically like the Skyrim of the series, right?
Yes, it was. That's what I was getting at. Is like they try to play it just like Skyrim, essentially. Like, oh, you can play this 117 different ways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Post-apocalyptic, huh? Um, fuck, all of them, like post-apocalyptic.
They're all whack as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, they all suck. I definitely wouldn't want zombies because fuck not being able to make noise.
What about
Um,
what about clowns on?
Clown zombies.
all right, you can go fuck yourself just for mentioning that. Um, what is their side like Waterworld? No, because I don't like fucking I don't like I can swim. I'm not afraid of deep water. I cannot. I have an irrational fear of being unable to see like the bottom of whatever it is that I'm currently standing on or swimming in. Like if I can't see the floor of a like an ocean or something,
You panic and then you start to drown.
fuck no. I will never put myself in that
I
position
mean,
again.
I don't like large bodies of water either because whales are scary. Fuck it.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what I'm talking about.
Or
Like
sharks too.
if I were to be like near a well, you would never catch me fucking around with that well because wells go real deep, they're dark as fuck, and you can't see the bottom. If I could see the bottom, I'd be fine. Like I could even dive to the bottom of that shit and then come back up. But if I can't see the bottom of something, even with proper equipment, I just will not fuck with it. So like the whole water world type post apocalyptic bullshit, hell no. Zombies, hell no. Anything having to do with clowns, hell no. Um, if I had to choose a post apocalyptic thing, like I would choose the one that has the least amount of like outside gonna kill you type of bullshit going on. Like I was thinking Mad Max for a second, but then you look at the Mad Max universe and people just killing people for fun. So fuck that. Um, I know Fallout has like mutants and shit that be just eating up entire towns, so I'm good on the Fallout bullshit too. Um, and then like the whole winter post-apocalyptic shit, like nuclear winter, where the sky has been blotted with ash and soot and shit, and there's no sun. Like, you just die by walking outside. Like all this, it's all bad, all of it. But if I had to choose one, I would probably choose one where it's like mass extinction due to human error. So like the majority of human beings die, and like maybe even most animals die because somebody tried to like fuck with like separating an atom, and it just consumed like just all the intelligent life except for like me and like 1% of the population. Probably that one. Like yeah, we would lose a lot of technology as a result of it, but at the very least I wouldn't well, now that I think about it, you'd have like bears and shit moving in after a certain period of time. But whatever, I think I'd have the greatest chance of survival in a human error based mass extinction type of post-apocalyptic world. So that's my choice.
For one thing, I would have to say, I would want slow zombies, kind of like the Walking Dead uh, series going on.
Doesn't matter. You dying regardless. People, we talking about you. Go ahead.
I would definitely pick like not. I wouldn't want fast zombies. Now there are scenarios, but like zombies being fast and whatnot. But no, I want like super slow zombies, and then like that would be like my type of world, post-apocalyptic world when
Steven,
it just
you were definitely the one who's dying because he woke up in his bed, rolled over, and somebody was a zombie, like a slow moving zombie in the bed.
Wait. You didn't put forward the like you get to choose the thing that's actually like you just say zombie
well, like
apocalypse. Like that's not
virus
fair. You get to
breakout.
choose this shit. If that was the case, I would choose. What I would choose is like a fucking I would choose like the Fallout type of world, but there's no nuclear radiation monster beasts or anything like that.
Okay, so like I get it.
Yeah, you're making it so where you have the best chance of
Yeah,
survival.
you're just taking all the
It's
danger
fucking
out of it.
privilege. Stop doing that.
I'm talking about some Dr. Stone type of shit.
That would be cool
So,
too.
no, it wouldn't. Shut up. Listen. So, shout out to RDC World for doing that video. But yeah, which anime world would you live in, Steven?
That's a tough one. I'll have to admit. You know what? I don't know. I wouldn't.
Chicken butt.
That's a really tough one.
Yeah, they made nothing but no seasoned chicken. But
Honestly, if you took out the dying part, honestly, I'm a huge Sword Art Online fan, but I almost want to say Sword Art Online, like the first season.
listen.
Why you keep modifying shit?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you pick a Sword Art Online, if you die, bro. And you know you trash the game.
Fucking
but-
dead
You
forever.
out of there.
But you die.
Level 1 slime is fucking you up. Steven, stop.
Slime. No.
I need a portion.
Let's all face it. Even Naruto would probably take a beating on me as well. Like in the Naruto Ninja World, I'll get my ass handed to me too. So like, what would be like this? If it's maybe Captain Tsubasa, where it's like all about soccer, that would be a pretty cool one to live in. Like,
I think
You'll get hit in the face with a lion strike. Fucking soccer ball.
I think the implication is that you are put in this world, meaning that you are capable as the people that you're in the world with. Like you, just because you go to, like say you were to go to the Dragon Ball world, that means that you're also capable of getting strong like Krillin. You just have to work for the shit.
or like Goku.
Goku's a fucking alien. You're not.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. What you're saying. Okay, I would have to maybe even say probably Yu-Gi-Oh. Because you can make money off the game. If you really think about it, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Your ass is good to the Shadowland. You out of there. Dog.
The Shadow Realm.
You out of there. For real. I'm saying everything you think is safe is not safe, bro. Like, you're getting fucked up.
Right, hold up.
Like,
How you get that dope ass hair? How do I get that in the Shadow Realm? No.
Either way you look at it, I'm screwed in every different circumstance.
Hey, legit, like you know how Yugi like he lost Exodia on the boat because the wind blew or whatever the fuck. Nah, it's just some random motherfucker come up to you. Give me them cards. What you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna beat your ass. Oh wait, I'm only 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
I guess they're yours.
That'd be a pretty cool world to live in, the Yu-Gi-Oh universe.
Let's see. What would I pick? I would pick. What's a good one?
Demon Slayer.
No, never watched it. I would pick. You know what? Just because I would actually, and this is gonna be very uncharacteristic of me. I would actually pick the Naruto universe, straight up. I would actually pick the fucking Naruto universe. It's like you get to create your own shit with the ninja bullshit. Like that would be hella appealing to me, to be able to like create my own shit, and then just like, I'm the Hokage now. No, you're not. Yeah, because I just created this thing that prevents you from breathing oxygen forever. And now that person's dead, and I'm not. You know, like I think the people inside of the actual Naruto universe just don't exploit that type of shit. And if I was in there with my current level of intelligence, I'd exploit the fuck out of that. You do anything.
I think it's because there's like I don't think anybody that you ran across on a day-to-day basis in Naruto, so to speak, was like had the ability to create a any kind of ninjutsu, genjutsu, any of that. They just could not create it. It wasn't like they tried to and it never happened. It's just they couldn't.
Like if I was a ninja, I'd be creating my own shit.
Okay,
I'd be creating my own shit. Like the regular ass populace, they don't matter. They're just fucking backdrop. Whatever the fuck. Only the ninjas matter. And then the ninjas be making up their own shit all the damn time. Every season, somebody got like 4 or 5 new moves. That'd be me. Except I'll be like mass extinction and people with this shit.
I think your ass is you build like a villain sometimes.
Yeah, I'd be a villain. I'd be evil as fuck.
I think that too. Like we fall in love with heroes and shit, but like sometimes I just be like, man, I would love to just be a fucking antagonist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Protagonist or antagonist?
Antagonist.
That'd be pretty cool too.
But what's your answer though?
It's tough because but I like me, I would do Sword Art Online and I would do this shit just like Hiruto. Like, hey, I did closed beta and this shit. I'm about to go off and do this thing.
Fucking beater.
Yeah, I'm about to be a beater, bro. Like that's just me. That's what I'm gonna do. Like that's if I'm in Sword Art. Like you gotta. It's just tough because you really got like a 50-50 chance of fucking spawning into this world and being fucking fodder. Like I mean that for all of us. Like
that's a lot of fodder.
Motherfucker, you're like, oh, I be in Attack on Titan. I'd be just like you're not being Levy. Like you gonna be the nigga who got hit with the rocks while you ride your horses.
Or did say you could be the girl eating potatoes all the time.
That's a knee slapper. Just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's tough. People make it seem like, oh, I would fucking thrive. No, you wouldn't thrive. Yo ass, you got a 50-50 chance of coming in and being somebody who is meant to die.
Came in. Wait, what? I'm the main character's mom? Oh no, getting eaten. Oh no. So what you got next, Steven?
So, as this is totally completely a new route, out of curiosity, are you guys Mandalorian fans?
Yep.
Jinsei?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be watching season 2?
Of course.
Yep.
What a stupid question.
What do you guys feel about like what's been going on? Let's give the people what they want, and let's get a recap of discussion of season 1, because I know season 2 is just around the bend. Probably within the next week or two, we're probably going to be starting to talk about Mandalorian as well.
What?
Did the people specifically request this? Like, how do you know they want this?
Oh, and it's Mandalorian. They're going to request Baby Yoda.
Okay, but this has what you said a recap though is what I'm asking. Is
yes,
what we're
like,
asking.
What did all your opinions, thoughts on?
No, you're missing the point of the question. Anyway, let's just fucking roll with it. I don't get it.
No. Who wants to recap it? Like for real. Anybody who watched it knows what happened.
All right, you got me there. So. Who is your favorite character besides Mando?
Baby Yoda.
Do you think Baby Yoda deserves all that hype he's been getting?
Have you watched the show?
I'm all about the Mandalorian, like Mando. That's my
Mando.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited for season 2. It's been far too long.
I don't know anything that's going on with season 2 though, so I don't follow it like.
It's very centrally focused though. Like there's not a ton of character building for other characters. Like I would say the only exception is that robot, the bounty hunter robot that gets rewired and like turned into a nanny bot eventually. Like there's not a ton of character building on any other character. Homegirl came in, but she was like towards the end of the season, so you didn't really get to learn very much about her except that bitch got muscles and like so you just because of the central focus is always on the Mandalorian. There's not like how do you even have a favorite character that's not Mando?
I have to say this. I know it's not really relevant to what you're saying, Kaho, but I did like the fact that they had a Millennium Falcon as like iconic moment in the season 1.
Cool.
Like, hey, Kaho, I heard what you're saying, but I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you finish. But
gonna let you finish, but fuck everything you just said. We going in this direction now. Like, you gotta ask a question and then jump the fuck off of it.
Okay, I gotta say, like, Mando's pretty cool in my opinion. But you know what? It doesn't really need a whole lot of characters because you got Mandalorian.
You posed the question aside from Mandalorian. What? You punk ass mother. No more Mandalorian. Let's talk about something else. You making me mad.
Out of all the animes that we have seen this season and the fall season, what do you guys think has the most hype around like every like just one anime you can pick from? What do you think has the most potential per se? Not necessarily hype, but potential.
Which one are you feeling the most?
Akumata Drive.
Is,
the brawler. The brawler, Nick. Akumata Drive. The brawler.
All right. But I mean, like, I thought, like, the one that you really was messing with was the Magic High School joint. Like, I thought.
I mean, that's a good one. Don't get me wrong, but he said like the one. Wait, what was the question again? Something about hype shit.
No, like the one that you.
Oh, the most potential.
For you, as like for your own potential.
Well, yeah, I would only choose Akumata Drive over the Magic High School one, because it's just so fucking like alien almost, like just the way that the story seems to be building, like as the episodes come out, and there's probably a manga of this bullshit somewhere, so obviously like it's probably not what it is as I'm explaining, but since I don't read manga, that shit is completely irrelevant. But the way that the actual show itself, the way that they're storytelling, like there's no pacing issues because they're making the pace. Like it doesn't feel telegraphed. And even though I like the irregular at Magic High School, like you can kind of tell what's coming next. Because it's it's very tropey. I just like the fact that the main character is a badass.
With that being said, I have to say, actually, a Kamen Drive is actually an anime original and does not actually have a manga. So I think that's why. So,
are you sure?
I could be mistaken, but that's what I'm pretty sure.
How you gonna come in here matter of factually and be like, actually?
I'm pretty
but
sure
maybe.
I read somewhere, Kaho.
Pretty sure ain't sure.
I'm like 90% sure.
It was a 10% chance that you're wrong, bitch. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna be matter of factually, make sure that you're speaking facts. That's all I'm saying. What about you, Jen? Say, answer your own question, or answer his question.
We're all rolling with that one for being like the season's the carrier of sorts.
Yeah.
I need to catch up on the one that actually has the most potential is the I'm Standing on a Million Lives.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, maybe essentially, like if you look at if you watch the opening, you see that this nigga eventually wears a suit of armor. So
yeah,
his class is going to change eventually to some shit that's going to be useful. I guess.
Do you think that it's like time repeating itself until like they solve this problem?
It's just it's going to follow like the video game storyline where like as the game goes on, you add more party members, and as you add more party members, you just collectively get stronger. I don't think time is going to repeat itself. I just think it's like the quest is just going to constantly expand. You know what I mean? Like the two girls, they got to a certain point and they played it like it was a reset, but really this is him joining the game was like part of the plot, so to speak.
Hey, like the reason why I asked that is because when in his little flashback, in his flashback, he sees himself, obviously himself fighting against that big ass dragon, right? And the two girls, and even the character that came in the next episode, they were all there. So it's like it's kind of like he's seeing the future, but it's described as not being him. But he and all the characters with him looked or at least the characters that we'd seen to that point, look exactly like those characters. So it feels to me like they're doing like this inverse looping thing, where it's like it's subtly, or not even subtly, it's just like straight up hinting at the fact that this has happened before, like time and time again. This has happened before. Maybe it's a new galaxy or a new universe or whatever the fuck, but this has happened before. This dragon came down, destroyed shit. You couldn't stop him last time. Now we're recruiting you to do it again. Except this time, you're able to see like that you fought this thing at one point but failed. So the main character, is probably going to use that knowledge to devise some sort of plan in order to alter the fate or the future or whatever.
I guess I'm gonna have to rewatch the end of the last episode before I start the newest episode because I remembered it as being they passed the question. His question was, "Show me what happens at the end." I don't know why I remember it as such, so I thought it was like purely just a this is what happens in the future. This is what's going to happen.
I
Type deal.
think he asked what had happened in the past, like what had happened to the because it was I think it was explained at some point that it's an ongoing thing, or he asked because the game master, the way that he said it, the way that he replied to him, it was like, or what he had asked him, he asked him basically like, what happened to you, or what happened in your past, or what happened in the past of this, and the game master was speaking like as himself. He was saying we and I. He wasn't saying like you or they. He was saying we and I. Like he was personally involving himself in the answer.
Maybe it's like a whole like loop kind of thing that's been going on. Like you said, Kaho, maybe instead of like he sees the past, maybe it's just like a loop that he's in.
Yeah, that's what I think. Could be wrong.
So
That's
it's
what I
more
think.
like a shield hero then.
More like, have you seen the movie Tenet yet?
No, should I hurry up and watch it?
Dope ass movie. But yeah, like I just watched that. Me and Taylor went and watched that like 2 weeks ago.
Theaters.
Yeah, in theater. It's one of those social distancing theaters.
Hey, so how's that set up? Because I ain't I ain't been to movies in a minute.
Is basically they have you sit 6 feet apart from up and down, or up and down and side to side. Um, but yeah, we went and watched it in IMAX theater. Whoo, that shit was bad. Whoo. It was kind of confusing at first, but that's because it's like, wait, do you know the premise of it?
I believe from the trailers, I guess. Yeah.
Like,
Is it giving you the same vibes as Inception or what?
in that it has to do with like things happening in tandem, like time, like temporal type of shit. Then yes, it has a lot to do with rewinding time and shit like that, or like, but it's weird. It's like the rewound time exists at the same time as time does, but when you witness somebody in that rewound time, like they are moving backwards. So like cars can drive forward, but only if the person who is in the rewound time is driving them backwards. You know what I mean?
Because tenant spelled backwards is tenant. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it has a lot to do with time, but in like it's looped. Like the time shit is basically looped. You have to watch the movie to fully understand what I'm saying, but it's a good ass movie though. It's really confusing until you get like at least a third of the way into the movie, and then you start seeing shit like, okay, that explains that weird shit that happened in the beginning of the movie. People running backwards and shit. Oh, I get it. Okay. But yeah, check it out. I highly suggest it, especially as a black man. I suggest
Yeah.
that
I
shit.
mean, I was like, okay, this is Black Inception. I gotta watch it. I just didn't
Yeah.
think to go to the theater theaters. I might
Inception.
have.
What? Did you say Inception?
Inception was trippy.
Oh my, Inception. Inception.
Inception.
No, there's no T in the damn word.
Inception.
There you go.
I'm tired.
Tired, man.
Go ahead,
It's time
Jinsei.
for bed, man. I gotta go to sleep. But let's do this. Go ahead, Jen. Say what? Like we were at the end of that conversation.
What was I saying? I said I looked at Tenet as Black Inception, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to watch this. I just didn't think to go see it in theaters, but I might have to do that.
Yeah. We went to one of them good ass movie theaters too, like where they like make you a fucking hamburger if you want that shit. I got some wings. It was
What?
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the one in Riverbank, Steven, you know, the
Oh,
IMAX.
that one. Their food is stupid. I had their food. It's overpriced. I don't even want to talk about it.
That's because you had to ask your dad for $40 for the movie theater.
No, I pay for my own stuff.
I know. You pay for it with your money, but you
I
have to ask.
that don't change the fact that you gotta ask pops.
Well, true. Well, that's a theater that we always go to. Yeah, it's nice and all, but like it's been closed for 7 months. Like I want to go to the movies, man. I'm tired of. Me and my girl used to go to movies like every week, man. Even if a movie I hated, like Frozen 2, but you know what? We still win.
Daddy, could I please have some pocket money?
I need some pocket money, Daddy.
I need some pocket money, Daddy.
I need a hot dog.
to go see a movie.
Anyway,
Can I get a question, please?
Kaho.
What?
Outro, buddy. What's it? That's.
Fam, I thought you was asking us relationship questions today.
Oh yeah, we can continue on with the relationship. I'm not gonna lie.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoiler
I'm
shit.
getting a little tired, but I'll be alright. This
No,
is
no.
important.
Why'd you repeat me? I was saying Jinsei was spoiling shit.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, so I get my girl a present, right? Seeing as we are in an hour and a half into the podcast, I highly doubt she would actually ever see this or not. But the chances of her seeing this
Or not.
it's pretty slim. Let's just say that. But anyways, so I get her this gift, right? So it's $90, mind you, and we already talked about this before. It's the Mario Kart home edition thing that was pretty pricey. I know she likes Mario Kart. And I was like, here, babe, have this amazing present I really wanted to get you. And then she goes off, is this a present for me or a present for you? And how do you really get an idea? Like, how do you handle a situation like this?
Well, okay, so is this the Mario Kart game that you just finished advertising to us?
Yes. The same.
So you bought two of them?
Well, I have an opportunity to buy my own one, but no, this is like, it's kind of her thing, but I'm playing it a lot.
So the game you've been playing all day,
all week.
The one that you bought for her, the one you bought for her is the one that you've been playing all the time.
Yeah,
theoretically. So she ain't even played it yet?
No, she has.
Not theoretically. Okay, you said this earlier. It's a gift from you for yourself, Steve. I don't even know why you try to.
Yeah, so the question is valid. Did you buy it for her? Did you buy it for you?
I thought she would like it more than she does. She said it was like an 8 out of 10 gift, but then she got mad at me because like her birthday coming up with like I was like, babe, I got you this bonus present. Why don't you open it? I have my mom wrap it for me and everything, and then she said like, well, it feels like a present for you. Well, I just thought this would be something cool to do. And then she went off on me like, you're spending too much money. And first of all, I'm like, you don't even have a job. Like, I'm the only one in the relationship.
Yeah, damn. Throw that bitch under the bus.
A job. But see, like, I'm dealing with like a tug of war kind of field battle. And like, I can't explain to her that like I'm having these feelings. Like, I don't want to break up with her. But it's like, she doesn't understand where I'm coming from. But like, if it's like I do something different, I'm the bad guy. It's like, I can't win with her.
All right, so let me ask you this: if she had done the same thing to you, how would you feel?
It would have been cool. Like, that's awesome. Let's play with it.
No, not specifically Mario Kart. Like, say I don't know. Say she was in. If you let me finish the question, motherfucker. Say she was into like My Little Pony or whatever. And she knew that you didn't hate My Little Pony, but you were okay with it. You'll sit down and watch the shit with her. So she goes out and she buys every season of My Little Pony, and then comes up to you and is like, "Here you go, Steven. This is for you." And then she proceeds to watch all of it. Like, wouldn't you like? How would you feel about that? And be honest, motherfucker.
Honestly, I would be kind of mad,
Okay,
but
so you see where she's coming from, then, don't you?
I do. But like at the same time, I feel like she didn't appreciate it as much as she should have. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay. Do you think that you would appreciate a fucking My Little Pony box set like as much as she appreciates the shit if she's a super fan of it?
so are you saying I'm pretty much in the wrong? I shouldn't have bought the toy.
I'm saying she's not wrong for asking you that question because it seems like a legitimate question.
I guess you're kind of right. I guess it's kind of falls on me.
Yeah, it does. When you're buying a gift for someone, you're not supposed to like, oh, I like this. Maybe she'll like it too. Like, you know, you're supposed to consider what that person likes. Like, I assume you've known this person for more than a couple of days, so
About 3 years.
you should have a good grasp on the things that she's actually into, the things that she would spend more time on than you would. It's like if you went out and bought her like the entire Naruto manga set,
Oh, she would hate me.
she'd be like, "Damn, that's a lot of like that's impressive that you actually managed to get all this shit, but aren't you the manga guy? I'm not like this entire Sailor Moon DVD box set. Don't you like anime more than me? Why the fuck did you buy this?" Like, so yeah, there is, and there is that the whole element of like being grateful for something that somebody gives you. You know, you ain't got to pay for that shit. But at the same time, if you give it to her and then you turn around and use it more than she does, because it's just not really her thing as much as it is your thing, then yeah, she has an actual like a genuine grievance. Like, and how do you fix that? I don't fucking know. Take the shit for yourself, and then like say like go out and buy, and this is assuming that like buying shit for each other is something that's important for you guys. I assume it is.
Well,
Go out and get her a gift that is actually relevant to her interests. And then when you go and give that shit to her, you like, look, you know, be fucking humble at that point because you're wrong. So look, I fucked up. You know, I got this gift for you, but you know, it really was for me. You were right. Here's my way of making amends for getting into an argument over something that you were clearly right about. And that's not to say you need to be subservient to her or that you need to just be like 100% her bitch now. It just means that you are one recognizing that you made a mistake, and like something like this is sensitive to some people. Some people are sensitive about these type of things. Two, acknowledge that you are like you're trying to you're trying to let her know like, look, I kind of stepped on your feelings with this. And the only reason why I say that is because you did get in an argument with her, and I assume that you came out of this argument at the end of it, you were saying I'm right, you're wrong, or at
yeah,
least insinuating that. So that's 2 points where you're wrong on, and then three, just you know uh, the entire like showing of humility in and of itself is like it's a blow to your pride, sure, but if you want this relationship to continue, you need to understand that relationships are about sacrifice sometimes. And if you have to sacrifice your pride when you're wrong, then you fucking do that. If you don't want to be in this relationship long term, if it's just a thing, and like something as something is, I don't want to say insubstantial because I know that it is an actual substantial point to some people, but as something as as like it lacks physicality. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you can't hold your pride in your hand, but you can hold your girlfriend's hand. You know, one of these things weighs more than the other to the majority of us. And if you're going to let your pride stand in the way of making sure that you have a healthy and caring relationship with the person that you're with, well, then personally, I would say you don't deserve that person.
okay. And now, the last.
Sure. Which we get done at. If you want to skip all that, like all that, because you know even though we enjoy lecturing you, especially for the podcast. You could have just bought two of them, and it
I,
could have actually been good for her.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no way in hell his dad has let him taking out two $90
That's what I'm
loans.
saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. So that you already understand how he was like, "Hey, Dad, I need $90. I need to go get something for Tiffany. You feel me? I gotta, I'm in love, Pop. I'm in love." Pops was like, "Let me slide you $100 bill, keep the change." You know what I mean? Like, okay, say that. Say that's what. Hey, Tiffany, I had to use you to get this game I really wanted.
okay.
Hey, like, do that. Be honest about it, because yeah, I don't know what you expected coming up in here. Talking about, man, she pissing me off. Guys got her this game. Like we was like, oh, hell yeah, fuck that. Nah, your ass is stupid. Get out of here.
So before we whole end this segment, I have one other question. How do you deal with like when you feel like you mature, like yourself is as mature as a person, and you just get slammed down by her saying that you act like a 5-year-old? How do you personally handle that situation? You try to like take a step back and try to think on what kind of stuff you're doing, or do you just continue on being your personality self?
uh, so Kaho, leave him alone. I already hear you about to like trip him up over his work.
No, 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 no. I mean, you know him better than I do, so this is better suited for you.
No, all I'm saying is I think it's totally within your character to be able to act like to have the ability to act like a 5-year-old at times. Like the notice me senpai Kaho shit that you was doing for a long time.
Uh-huh.
That was some 5-year-old bullshit that you was doing. I don't mind because jokes on you. But what I'm saying is, did you get an example of what she's talking about? Can you give us an example?
Like
What did you do that led up to her saying stop acting like a 5-year-old?
this morning, we are making breakfast. Like it's a thing that we do. Like in the morning, I come over, we make pancakes, breakfast stuff, and I wanted like, you know what? I want my a fried egg on my pancakes. And she got mad at me and called me a pig, and you're acting like a 5-year-old because I wanted more food. And it's like, yeah, but I'm not really not like I'm only 135 pounds, like And then she was always saying stupid stuff like, acting like a 5-year-old when I don't want to like help her do something. First of all, like the situation I'm in, she wants me to do chores with her, but it's not really my house. I'm over with her. Like, do I still help her do the chores, or like do I just like
What are the chores, fam? Because you were a guest in somebody's house. So, I mean, different people look at this differently. But go ahead.
But it's like farm chores, like actual farm work. Like go like do the chickens, like let the dogs out, help clean up the kitchen, like stuff like that. She does.
I don't know about all that, Kyle. Another man do some dishes. I ain't sending to some chickens, bro. That's just ain't me. But you
All right.
you spending the night over there?
Very rarely I will.
Let's get some context for this before actually rendering a verdict.
Bro,
Uh,
I ain't taking no chickens, bro. Get the fuck out.
well, I'm not talking about the farm shit. I mean, like that could be an important thing to her and her family. That could just be how she's raised, whatever. That's just like that's just a conflict of the way that you were raised, the shit that you were brought up to do, whatever. I don't really have an opinion for that because I've never been in that type of situation. When it comes to like more normal domestic things, though, like you say, you go over there and you make breakfast, right? You help make breakfast. You guys make breakfast together, whatever.
Yes.
All right, so when she's asking you to help with like dishes and shit, is it are they dishes that for like from the night before when their family had dinner, or was it from when
Well,
you guys made pancakes together?
it was from the night before, but I ate with him. I get it that she thinks that like I kind of live there, but like I live there, but I don't live there. If that makes sense. Like I'm still living at my house with my family, but I go over there and they act like I'm part of the family already. If that makes sense.
Okay, so when you say that you ate dinner there, did you spend the night that night?
No, I went home. I always
Okay,
go home. I never spend the whole. Only like in some special occasions I will.
all right, cool. But you did say that you ate dinner there the night before.
Yes, but I normally take care of my stuff. When she acts like I have to help her like with the entire kitchen.
Okay. Did you cook dinner?
I helped out. Yes.
Like, give me a percentage when it comes to help, and be honest about the shit.
I know how to. I know how to do
No,
the hot
no, no,
dogs.
no, 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 no. I'm asking, how much of helping with dinner did you do last night?
I know how to make sure it doesn't burn, and I flip the portobello steaks to make sure.
Okay, so all right, so you're saying that you flipped some portobello steaks,
Hmm.
you flipped some mushroom caps. Okay, so you did like 2% of cooking dinner. Got you.
But I still help more than the other people's did.
Sure. So the way that she's probably looking at this is that this is probably like this is like a benchmark that's being set. When she asks you to help with chores, it's probably because later on down the line, say you guys were to get a place together, sans your parents, the only people that are going to be in there to help do chores are going to be you and her. So she's seeing your unwillingness to do and mind you, I'm not just taking your girl's side. I don't even know this chick like that at all. So the way that she's probably like, it's like a dry run. Like, if you're unwilling to help out with chores when you barely did anything to help with dinner, but you sat there and ate dinner, or like say you guys made breakfast together, but you don't want to help with putting without with doing breakfast dishes, she's probably looking at it like, okay, this is probably indicative of something. Um, I'm probably not going to be able to rely on him to help with chores around the house. And then you dig deeper, right? Say that shut up and say that you had like a farm or whatever in the future,
Okay.
and yet for whatever reason, and it's just you and her. Like, you got no kids yet, you got no farm hands. It's just you and her, but you got a farm.
Well, yes. If I was,
That
I
just means that all of it's going to fall on her if she's going uh, based on the past, based on precedent. So the reason why she's probably upset with you in this specific situation is because she wants to see you acting like when she says you're a child, because you have to tell children what to do. Nine out of 10 children don't like take the initiative to get up and clean the house up, make sure shit ain't dirty. Especially when they got mom or dad to handle that shit. So I kind of get where she's coming from. This is just me making an assumption based on the information that you've given me. I kind of see where she's coming from in calling you a child if you're unwilling to help out with just like standard shit that would go twice as fast if there were two people doing it as opposed to making or letting her do it all on her own.
I gotcha. But also, how do you feel when you like? So are you saying like part of me like I'm being too stubborn in this aspect?
Yes and no. 'Cause stubborn gives it like a certain connotation. Um, the reason why I would say no is because unless it is previously established, you don't necessarily have any uh there's no real impetus for you to, I don't know what the fuck you do at her house, to put the switch down and help her out with dishes. It's not something that you agreed upon, so it's not necessarily something that you should feel guilty for, or not something that she should necessarily make you feel guilty for. The reason why I would say yes, though, is because it, it's just doing dishes, dog. Like, you're not gonna lose your fucking hands doing dishes. The video game ain't going anywhere. Like, you just helping her clean up. It's not that big of a deal. Get off your ass and help her clean up. Like, if you were asking me in this very specific situation, and if I were to take everything that you said for gospel, like as gospel, and assume that everything is true, you were to ask me, what do you think I should do? I would tell you, get off your ass and help her clean. I don't know about like the chickens and shit, but you ate dinner, you ate breakfast, get the fuck up and help clean. Like,
But
uh, be an adult.
But what if she talks like it's saying that you're too slow? You don't like you gotta pick up the pace when I'm just there. When I like she always thinks I'm lazy like everywhere I go. Like she doesn't like always. Look, I do stuff for the family. Like I drive them to places like so on and so forth. Like I will take them and help out like take their kids to school and everything like that. But like she says that I'm kind of like too laid back at home life.
Are you?
I don't feel like I am. I feel like she doesn't give me a chance, and that's why I don't try because like I feel like she starts talking crap when stuff haven't even gotten started yet.
Do you take initiative?
I do take initiative. Every time I take initiative, she backs up and gets mad, and she feels like I feel like I can never get my point across because she's always backing out and she doesn't want to hear what I have to say.
Then at that point, assuming that everything you said is true, you say, "Look, we need to sit down and have a talk." And then you express to her, "I don't like the way that you speak to me. You know, I'm not a child. You know, and I don't need to be condescended to. So I need you to like, if you want this relationship to work out as much as I do, I need you to start treating me like an equal." And then you converse based on that. Like I said, relationships are all about sacrifice. Like even if she was brought up to talk shit to somebody like that, it's just something that she's going to have to sacrifice at some point. Express that to her. You know, just tell her. You know, it does. You don't feel good when that shit happens. You don't like it when that shit happens. You know, tell her that assuming that you treat her nicely. Say like, look, I respect you. I want you to respect me. Otherwise, we're gonna have to sort out our priorities.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah. And if anybody out there listening has some questions, see, I love the sound of my own voice. I don't know if you guys knew this. I don't know if you guys could tell this by now. I like to listen to me talk, and I like to let my thoughts flow and ramble and shit. But if anybody listening to this shit has some questions that they want Kaho to answer, ask Kaho. Ask me. I'll give you an answer.
He'll reply in the comments.
Ask him for the TLDR version too, because this motherfucker long winded.
I,
God.
I am long winded as fuck. Yeah. Hey, filling out time though. Filling out time.
Hey, I appreciate it, brother, because you know, I mean, you was only gonna say the shit that I was gonna say, except for I would have just hit him with the left and the right real quick to say he's fucking lying. But you know how to dance around the conversation. Go ahead, brother. Go.
I try to cover
Go
all
ahead.
bases. I try to cover all bases, like because there's a chance that he is telling the truth. I don't fucking know if he's telling the whole truth. So I gotta include, from what I can see, I have to include at least two or three different types of variables in there. Because he might be telling the truth. He might be embellishing on his own behalf a little bit. People tend to do that shit when they're trying to make themselves look,
I'm not.
be in the best light as they possibly can, especially when they're feeling victimized by something. It's just how it goes. That's just human psychology.
Mhm.
With that
I
being,
just,
go ahead.
I just don't think, like Steven needs to come off as a victim. Like, I think you know what it really is. It's like based off of just his first story of buying the game for himself and then pawning it off as a gift. Like you are a villain. Like you are losing. You're gonna lose this.
Like, here you go, baby. This is a gift for you, but let me beat it first.
You know what? I'll work on something, and we'll get back to this in the next week's podcast.
Oh shit.
Because I do feel like I'm more knowledgeable since I am 30 years old. I do feel like I'm more knowledgeable than a 5 year old, and that stuff pisses me off. And
She's not. She's homie. She's not literally saying that you're 5 year old. Like, don't be so literal minded with that shit. Don't be stupid. Like when you say shit like that, it kind of validates what she's saying. Like, if you were to tell a 5 year old, "Don't be such a baby," that 5 year old be like, "I'm not a baby. I'm 5 years old." That's exactly what you're fucking doing right now.
all right, you're right.
Defeated.
With that being said, are we all done here?
I don't know. You've been trying to get off of the line for like what? You've been trying to get off for like 20 minutes or something, kind of.
Trying to go to bed. Gotta go night night. Sleepy boy, Steve. All right, so assuming that we're done, nobody else got anything else to say?
Shouldn't say.
How y'all feel about the new mic?
And it's pretty good. I haven't heard anything. Voice is pretty sexy sometimes. I'll have to admit.
Yeah. Aside from all that gay shit, is pretty good. Much better sound quality.
Bet. I'm fucking with this. HyperX. I fuck with you. Hit my line.
Yeah, send me one of those. All right, but if that's it, we're gonna let Steven get off the hook. He's taken enough of a beating today. He needs to crawl into bed, recover his HP a little bit. Same shit.
He's not a tanky boy.
No, he's definitely not. He's like the glass cannon,
More like
but
DPS.
can't really.
He got a DPS.
Yeah, he can't really decide what he's trying to do. So like everybody else is out there doing damage, and he's just like, "Do I use this one? This one? I don't know. This one feels better." Indecisive ass dude. Not really effective, but it's all right. We bring him along because he's good comic relief, and also he does the editing.
Don't undervalue him like that. Stop it.
I only speak the truth. But yeah,
in a big PvP fight, Steve is the first one to run out there and pop a potion before anybody touches it.
Your HP still full, Steven.
Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Stop that. Let me do it. I'm better at that shit. You suck. But yeah, check us out on Twitter. All that shit, pertinent information will be down below. If you're interested, seeing what any of us look like, we got faces, believe it or not. At some point, yeah, he is. He's the cutest ass nigga I ever seen. At some point, I will finish doing this drawing shit so that we can have these drawn avatars. I don't know, like if you look at the box, you see it's got like 4 boxes in there, right? It's got one for all 3 of us, and then one where the videos are supposed to go. Steven's too lazy at this point to put the videos in there, but eventually I'll get around to finishing our drawings and shit. I'm the type of person who has to feel inspired to draw, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. But yeah, check us out on Twitter. All the shit is below, as I said before. Check out Steven's his anime review channel called Anime Alley. What did I say? Shut up. You go sit in the corner. Go sit in that corner. Check out Anime Alley. He's been popping off a little bit, or at least that's what he says. I haven't checked it out, but I'm gonna check the shit out to make sure he ain't lying again. Yeah, catch us in the next one. We'll be talking about some other shit, I'm pretty sure. Hit the end button.